This is the Nerdiverse News Network. It's time for the High Nerds News Roundup. Here is your host, Chris Walker.
Welcome to the High Nerds News Roundup. On the planet of nerds, I am the High Nerd, Chris Walker. Today on the Roundup, Dying Light 2 gets a release date, Cruella storms into theaters, and Amazon buys a zombie studio. This and more, check it out. We here at the Planet of Nerds like to think we are professionals. Unfortunately, our reports for the Epic Store free game were wrong. We were hoping for Rise of the Tomb Raider. Instead, we got this. Really? A $5 title is your mystery game, Epic? That's some Xbox games with gold level shit right there. And actually, we know what games we are getting for through the Games with Golden program for June. In another puzzling reveal, Xbox unveiled The King's Bird from the 1st to the 30th, Neo Geo Battle Coliseum from June 1st to June 15th, then The Shadows Awakening from June 16th to July 15th, rounded out with Injustice Gods Among Us from June 16th to June 30th. The highlight of the four for sure, but already a part of the great deal on Game Pass. I think Epic and Microsoft had a powwow recently, but they didn't invite Sony though, because the quality of PlayStation's free titles certainly overshadow Microsoft and Epic's recent selections, as they are giving away Star Wars Squadrons and Virtua Fighter 5 for the PS4, and for PS5 owners, they will receive Operation Tango, a co-op spy adventure, as the added freebie. That one looks interesting. I'd say check it out. Quiet Place 2 has launched in theaters. This sequel to the 2018 John Krasinski film starring him and his wife Emily Blunt has been highly anticipated and is projected to do very well at the box office. Cruella is another film hitting theaters. Emma Stone apparently shines as the younger iteration of the 101 Dalmatians baddie. Now, if you are a Disney Plus subscriber, you can also catch Cruella on the streaming service for an added fee of $29.99 US. The same price as a bottle of water at Disneyland and World. With both films likely to do well at the box office, could this be the first sign of a return to normalcy and regular trips to the cinema? Or will streaming services win out? With Cruella available from home, will that affect the box office numbers? But even more reason to be optimistic about theaters getting back to normal is that many theaters in the United States have recently eased mask restrictions to hopefully attract people to head back to the movie theaters. I wonder if it'll work. I think it will. Now, fans of the Powerpuff Girls, we have some good news for you. The CW show, already being scrutinized after initial set shots were released, has now been sent back to the writing room for a complete rework and a complete rewrite. After the pilot script was leaked, it was ridiculed by fans because it made the three leads seem like sex-crazed 20-somethings and contained themes dubbed too adult for the CW. Hey, Batwoman, you taking notes? And sticking with the CW, they are giving us a reunion special. The Scooby-Doo reunion special. It'll air in the fourth quarter of 2021. The Mystery Inc. gang will head to the Warner Brothers lot in what is essentially being called a spoof reunion. I wonder what characters are going to show up for that. I hope the Globetrotters. The Friends reunion hit HBO Max, and so far, everybody seems to have enjoyed seeing this power cast reunite one more time. have still yet to see it because I enjoy sleeping in my nice warm bed next to the woman I love and not on the couch in the doghouse. Hey, Xbox fans, it looks like we are one step closer to Microsoft Flight Simulator headed to the Xbox Series X and S. The latest patch for the game has reduced the file size from 170 gigabytes down to 83 gigabytes. This has caused many to speculate the game is headed to Microsoft's newest consoles this summer. It had been long rumored that it would arrive this June, but there is no official word yet. Pete Davidson may be leaving the cast of SNL. This longtime cast member opened up during a Hollywood Reporter roundtable that he was ready to hang up his jersey. This has led people wondering if this past season was in fact his last. Chadwick Boseman was immortalized this week after his alma mater, Howard University in Washington, D.C., named its reestablished Fine Arts College for the deceased Black Panther star. That's a great move, Howard. Great move at Howard University. I love it. Sony has finally revealed gameplay for the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn. Check out the link in the description to check out stunning San Francisco in Horizon Forbidden West. No official release date has been given, though it is supposed to be on the docket for 2021. Amazon is making a run at being one of the big boys of the streaming game. The multi-billion-dollar corporation shelled out $8.45 billion to acquire MGM Studios, including IPs such as James Bond, Rocky, RoboCop, one of our favorites here at the Planet of Nerds, Stargate. Is this a good move for Amazon? As many of the franchise they acquired may be gathering dust, much like James Bond No Time to Die. One headline from The Verge even asked the question, why did Amazon pay $8 billion for a zombie studio? Weird one, I know. On the topic of zombies, after 2 years since its reveal, we have been craving more info on the Dying Light sequel. And now we finally have a release date and a new trailer. Go check out that trailer. The link is in the description. Developer Techland has announced the game will come to PC, the Xbox family of consoles, and PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 on December 7th, 2021, with the deluxe and I think ultimate editions a day earlier. Are you excited for Dying Light 2? Go ahead and leave a comment below. Now, there's no word on whether we will get a Switch release of Dying Light 2. Now, speaking of the Switch, there are rumors that Nintendo will actually announce the Switch Pro before E3. Though much like the issues with the PS5 and the Xbox Series consoles, when it releases finally, who knows how readily available the Switch Pro will be to consumers, because you know the new PlayStations and Xboxes are hard to get. No other details have been reported, though. We could get some announcements for games like Dying Light 2 on the Switch Pro at E3. The major games and electronics conference took the year off in 2020, but E3 is back this year as a virtual event. Details on how to attend can be found on the E3 website. That link is below as well. The Planet of Nerds will be your exclusive Nerdiverse home for E3. The event runs from June 12th to the 15th. Myself and Orc, aka the Greenfellaz, will be live and covering this event all 4 days and have guests on and do reactions. It'll be a blast, guys. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you know when our coverage begins. Also, make sure you smash that like button, leave a comment below on any of these topics that we've covered today or any other topics you'd like us to report on. I am the High Nerd, Chris Walker. This has been the High Nerds News Roundup on the Planet of Nerds. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Everybody, stay nerdy. Laters.
This has been the High Nerd News Roundup on the Nerdiverse News Network.